everyone, welcome back to Cav. My name is Hannah Poggi, and I'm here with House 67 Productions. On January 2nd of 2023, Academic Affairs started to streamline its operation through a new dean structure that will be responsible for establishing a business model that emphasizes Cabrini's institutional strengths. 2 new associate deans were announced since then, and joining us today is Erin McLaughlin, who is named the Associate Dean under the School of Business, Education, and Professional Studies at Cabrini. Erin, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Hannah.
So to start us off here, tell me a little bit about your journey before entering Cabrini and if you worked at another school previously.
Yeah, so I started in higher ed, let me just do the math, 1998, so 25 years ago, I guess. That's, wow. And I started at Penn State Abington as a full-time faculty member in the business department, and after 10 years, I came to Cabrini, which was 15 years ago, so I started out as an assistant professor here and became chair of the business department a few years after that, and now, today, applied for the position of Associate Dean for the School of Business, Education, and Professional Studies, and here we are a month in.
And then what were some of your responsibilities before becoming Dean?
So as chair of the business department, we're one of the biggest undergraduate programs at Cabrini. So as chair of the business department, there were a lot of administrative responsibilities, in addition to my own faculty and teaching responsibilities. So we, as chair, we would be responsible for assessment of the business program, faculty hires, working with other chairs, working with the deans, the provost, on different initiatives, building programs, growing programs, building curriculum, and of course, the best part, working with students.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. And then how have your responsibilities changed now?
So I'm not teaching. That's the biggest. That has been, even after just a month, it's a huge change for me. I was teaching at both the undergraduate level and the graduate level, so it was a huge responsibility. The reason I got into higher ed was to teach, and so that's been the biggest change.
And then what was your instant reaction when you found out the news that you were going to become dean?
I'm really surprised, first of all, because there are so many excellent candidates that were also part of this process. So I was, first reaction was, really? You've chosen me over other wonderfully, their qualifications are just amazing. So I feel very humbled to be, selected from that group. So yeah, that was my first reaction.
And then what were some of your goals and plans to ensure that students are getting the best experience at Cabrini?
Yeah, so what happened with the restructuring is that we actually blended 2 schools. So the School of Education blended with the School of Business and Professional Studies. And so my first focus was in speaking with all of the faculty. I'm still actually engaged in that process because there are so many of us. So speaking with the faculty, finding out what exactly they're doing, what programs they're interested in, what their students are interested in, where their students are employed, really just trying to listen and, feel what the programs actually look like so that we can think about how these programs can grow, how these programs could potentially get funded through other outside sources, how students can how we can partner with employers, and how students, can best be served in terms of their graduate work and their full-time employment. So it's really been, I don't know if it's corny to say like a listening tour almost, but that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
I've just been learning so much and learning about people that I've been working with for so many years and really finding out just amazing things that them and their students are doing.
That's really amazing. And then what will be some improvements to class sizes and to majors and minors Cabrini has to offer?
So in terms of, what do you mean? What are the improvements in class sizes?
Like, will they be getting larger, smaller, like?
Yeah, so I mean, I always think that, well, for me, even as a faculty member, I preferred class sizes that were about 20 or 25. I felt like
Right.
that size was actually sort of the perfect balance for me. Some faculty might like smaller class sizes, 5 and 10, but for me, what I prefer is like the engagement and the energy that you get from the larger class. So the focus for me, yeah, will be continuing to have class sizes around that 20, 25, cap.
Right.
And I think that it's about the student experience. And so if the pedagogy suggests that the class sizes should be smaller, then yeah, we can work with that and find creative ways to make that work. But otherwise, I feel like the energy comes from those class sizes that are a little bit larger. I know I didn't answer all of your questions, so what was the other part of it?
So the majors and the minors at Cabrini, will we be seeing any improvements?
Okay, so I think we could be seeing new programs, new graduate programs, specifically new partnerships. I really hope to see, partnerships with other institutions, develop other online management platforms, develop so that we can increase our enrollment at both levels. So yeah, I think we can expect to see new programs and new partnerships.
That's really amazing. And then just the last question here. In your own words, what makes Cabrini so special?
The mission. There's no question. For me, it is all about the mission, the social justice mission. This is who we are. It's not talk, this is the walk at this institution. And this is the reason I came to Cabrini in the first place, and 100% the reason why I stay.
That's really amazing. Well, Erin, thank you so much again for joining us today.
Thank you, Hannah. It was nice. Thanks.
It was nice speaking to you. And that's a wrap on Cab to Cab today. Thank you, Erin McLaughlin, for speaking with us, and make sure to tune in next time to see who we are bringing on next.